do without you. You bring melody to the morning.
You could be in the concert field, Hannibal, if you worked at it.
Oh, you're so right, Jeff. Golden fingertips. I simply surrendered to it. I'm a rag.
Oh, Mrs. Savage, do come in.
I trust you had a pleasant, sleepless night.
Lovely, thank you. Not a wink. I'm sure you're disappointed, but you just missed Hannibal's recital. Oh, what makes you think I would be disappointed? Oh, I heard it. As a matter of fact, it's what brought me out of my room. You wouldn't believe it, Mrs. Savage, but Hannibal hadn't touched a violin until about last year. What makes you think I wouldn't believe it, my dear? Was it something you composed yourself, Hannibal?
Bach, with variations of my own.
Mathematics lost was certainly our game.
Now, I don't quite follow that, Fairy.
Well, Fairy knows I used to be a statistician.
Ah, thank you. Now I'm straight.
Give him a fraction to multiply.
I'm afraid I wouldn't know whether he was right or not.
Well, my last position was actually with the government, charting trends. I was supposed to keep my finger on the pulse of the public and my ear to the ground.
Rather vulnerable position, was it not?
Very. But I was fired and replaced by an electronic calculator.
Oh, I should think you'd hate electricity too.
Well, no, but I did want to make money with my brains. So, I spent the next 2 years trying to think of something that could be made for a dime, sold for $1, and become very happy for it. But I'm afraid my education was wasted.
I'm going to send John Thomas to Princeton. The boys aren't very bright there, but they're such gentlemen.
That reminds me, Mrs. Savage. May we ask you a personal question?
They're the only ones worth asking, my dear. A little bird told us that you were an actress. We're bursting with curiosity. Is it true? Oh, that. Well, if being on the stage makes you an actress, then I guess it's true.
Miss Willie, that's the bird Florence mentioned, said that you used to be on the New York stage.
Well, I wonder if we've ever seen you, Miss Savage.
Not unless you were quick. Actually, I was only in 2 plays. The first was Macbeth.
Oh, I adore Macbeth! All that blood. I sent a pint of my blood to the Red Cross once. They sent it back.
I should think you'd be a novel departure as Lady Macbeth.
Oh, I can't tell you how much I agree with you, but they cast me as a witch.
Oh, but you're a perfect witch!
Thank you, dear.
Do speak some witch talk for us.
I didn't have any lines. If I had, it probably would have cost me twice as much.
Why did it cost you anything?
I backed the show. If I hadn't put up the money, I couldn't have played even the mute witch. What a pity. Weren't you discouraged? Bitterly. But man is by nature optimistic. If he weren't, he'd eat his young. So I decided I'd write a play and star myself.
You wrote a play?
I did indeed, with a courage born of ignorance and a plot out of wedlock. What part did you play then? Naturally, the lead. Not Guilty, starring Ethel P. Savage.
What does the P stand for?
I haven't the faintest idea. My numerologist said I needed it in my name for good luck. He was right. We ran a year.
Was it expensive?
Extremely, but worth it.
What was the play about?
A mother who'd murdered a man and was defended by a young woman lawyer who turns out to be her own daughter. Oh, I had red hair and died in my daughter's arms every night and 2 matinees a week, just as the curtain closed and the jury whispered, "Not guilty." Oh, I've never had a better time in my life.
Well, I gather the reviews were good that night.
Well, they were sincere, but it didn't make any difference.
What did they say?
The Times said my place at the theater back 50 years. It couldn't possibly, because I stole the plot from Madam X, and that's only 40 years old.
Wouldn't you think they would know?
But the Wall Street Journal was wonderful. It said I brought something new to the theater.
Money!
Really, Fairy, money isn't new.
What did the Wall Street say?
It said I had a tenacious mediocrity, unhampered by taste.
But that wasn't good.
It was perfect. In our ads, we simply put tenacious and unhampered.
And you ran a year?
We'd have been running yet if my daughter hadn't come home and stopped me. Oh, I know I was bad, and the audiences only came to laugh at me, but we made history. And I had fun. What more can you ask? I do miss it. Oh well. My turn is coming.
I don't think that was very nice of your daughter.